Maybe just try it and see what happens.
I don't think it was wrong up there. Stay like that. Better than you come up with it. Yeah, man. Done the other
I think let me know if it works, if it don't work, and then we'll just try something else.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Meyer Field for this afternoon's Lone Star Conference doubleheader. Game 2 features the Lady Buffs from West Texas A&M and your Angelo State Rambelles. Team introductions are sponsored by Twin Mountain Fence, first in fencing since 1947. Here's the starting lineup for the Lady Buffs. Leading off, the designated player, number 34, Lauren Granger. Batting second in right field, number 5, Kylie Avery. Batting third at third base, number 22, Abby Howell. Batting cleanup at first base, number 7, Emily Boyer. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 2, Helen Moreno. Batting sixth in left field, number 3, Haley Stoneking. Batting seventh and catching, number 9, Trinity Coots. Batting eighth and second base, number 10, Avery Cannon. Batting ninth is center fielder, number 1, Emily Leski. The flex and pitcher, number 41, Heidi Worther. Here's the starting lineup for the Angelo State Rambelles. Leading off at second base, number 5, Aaron Plunkett. At second at shortstop, number 22, Leilana Applin. Batting third in center field, number 32, Tatiana Trotter. Batting cleanup in left field, number 2, Ashton McMillan. Batting fifth at third base, number 7, Avery Gunther. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 25, Carter Smith. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 11, Lauren De La Cruz. Batting eighth, at first base, number 9, Zoe Dabaka. Batting ninth and catching, number 3, Abby Brand. The pitcher and flex is number 21, Amelia Hathorn.
afternoon, softball fans, and welcome into Meyer Field for the final game of this series between the Angelo State University Rambelles and the West Texas A&M University Lady Buffs. The Rambelles come into this one after shutting out the Lady Buffs in Game 1 7-0 here in the final home series at Meyer Field and the final series of LSC play here, regular season LSC play, as the Lone Star Conference Tournament will start next week. My name is Madeline Mendoza, and it is a pleasure to be on the call with you here at Meyer Field for this final regular series home game here for the Rambelles and the Lady Buffs. Very similar lineup to Game 1 for both of these two teams. Just some new notable additions. Amelia Hathorn will get things going in the circle for the Rambelles. And number 9, Trinity Kuntz, will catch for the Lady Buffs as it's a first pitch swinging single for the Lady Buffs off the bat of Granger to get things going. Next up in the batter's box is Kylie Avery for the Lady Buffs. Avery in Game 1 of the series went 2 for 3 at the plate, where she saw Cheyenne Floyd pitch the complete game. And now there's a pinch runner on the path for the Lady Buffs. Number 11, Lily Mulder, on the path to pinch run at first. And we'll get you some stats for Amelia Hathorn out of the circle in just a moment. First pitch in now to Avery. Avery will take the first pitch looking for strike one. Avery sits up pretty far in the back of the box as she'll get ready to try and slap that one into play. Mulder not really taking too big of a jump off that first base bag. And that one gets fouled off to the netting for strike 2. Hathorn out of the circle on the season, a 3.42 ERA, a 1.29 whip, a 12-3 win-loss record. Through 96 1/3, she's allowed 107 hits and 61 runs. Has an 0-2 pitches dealt high for ball 1. 47 of those 61 runs are earned for Amelia Hathorn. With 17 walks and 49 strikeouts, Hathorn has allowed 14 doubles, 2 triples, and 7 home runs. She also has 1 wild pitch and 9 hits batsman to her stat sheet as ball 2 is dealt low and away. Ball 3 is dealt high and away here for Avery. My apologies, that count stays 2-2. 2-2 count and time is called from behind the plate. Two just high and inside for ball 3. That one put into play, a quick little pop up to Leilana Applin at short for out number 1, and they'll hold the runner at first. Abby Howell in the box now for the Lady Buffs. Howell in Game 1 of the series went 0 for 2 at the plate as Hathorn will deal, and that one's cranked into deep center field. Trotter tracks over and gloves it for out number 2. And here comes Emily Boyer. Boyer pitched a majority of Game 1, took the loss out of the circle. But in the order as a batsman, she went 1 for 3. And the first pitch dealt from Hathorn. That one yanked over to Gunther. Gunther up with it to DeBaca on the little stretch for out number 3 to retire the side and leave a runner stranded here as we move to the bottom half of 1 at Meyer Field. You're watching Rambelles Softball live on Flo Sports. We'll be right back.
Leading off second baseman, Aaron Plunkett.
Bottom half of one here at Meyer Field, and Aaron Plunkett looks to lead things off for this Rambelles squad, as she'll take strike one off the hand of Heidi Vortherms. Plunkett in game one went 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI, as Vortherms came in a couple of times in game one, I think only once if I remember correctly, and she came in for an inning of work as she deals strike number 2 to Plunkett. Vortherms in game one went an inning of work and gave up 1 hit and struck out 1. She also had a wild pitch and threw 3 batters faced. Tossed a total of 15 pitches, 11 of those were strikes. Plunkett puts that one into play, up to Vortherms. Vortherms quick flip to Boyer for out number 1.
Shortstop, Leilana Applin.
First pitch now to Applin, high and away for ball 1. Vortherms on the season in just a moment. As Applin takes strike 1 off the hand there. Applin in game 1 went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. As Heidi Vortherms out of the circle. Deals the 1-1 pitch, and Applin gets that one to fall into shallow right center field. And it'll be a stand-up single for Applin in the 2-hole. And here comes Tatiana Trotter. Once again, wind blowing straight in here at Meyer Field, so that softball isn't going to carry too far if it gets up in the air. And a look at Heidi Vortherms out of the circle, 1.83 ERA, 1.01 whip, 17-1 win-loss record. 103 1/3 innings pitched, and Trotter sends that one sky high into shallow center. And it's going to be tracked down and gloved by the center fielder and be out number 2 with Leilana Applin held up at first. And this is an area where the Rambelles tend to thrive as 2-out production. In game 1, they scored several of their runs with 2 outs. But Vortherms on the season, through 103 1/3, has allowed 88 hits and 33 runs. 27 of those are earned, as her first pitch to McMillan is inside and low for ball 1. And a wild pitch back to the circle will advance Leilana Applin to second. I think technically it's going to go down as a throwing error by the catcher. But Vortherms, her 33 runs, 27 of them are earned. She's walked 16, struck out 115, and has given up 14 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 home runs. She has 13 wild pitches and 6 hit batsmen, and now stands in behind in the count 1-0. Mick fouls that one back for strike 1. One and 1 the count now to McMillan. Vortherms gets a sign that she likes. And the 1-1 pitch. Mick takes a foul tip back into the glove there for strike 2. One and 2 the count now to McMillan. And the 1-2 pitch. That one swing and a miss back for out number 3, and it'll retire the side and leave Applin stranded at second base. So both teams in the first inning get a runner on the path and leave a runner stranded as we move to the top half of 2 here at Meyer Field. You're watching Rambelles Softball, and a thank you to Sonora Bank, our scoreboard sponsor. We'll be right back.
At Sonora Bank, Texas is a way of life. It's about hard work, treating people right, and being resilient. These same ideals have described Sonora Bank since the year 1900. You see, Sonora Bank's not just a bank in Texas, we're Texas in a bank. Visit one of our locations or sonorabank.com. Sonora Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Leading off shortstop, Heather Moreno.
And we're back as the first pitch to Moreno is dealt inside for ball 1 off the hand of Hathorn out of the circle. Hathorn puts a lot of spin on that softball. As the 1-0 is dealt in, Moreno will get a piece of that, and it'll get into the gap in center field. Trotter will come up with it, and it'll be a leadoff single for the Lady Buffs here in the top half of 2.
Left fielder, Haley Stonking.
Want to know the count now, high to Stone King. Stone King in game 1 went 0 for 3 at the plate. (1-0) turns into 2-0 here. As Stone King puts that one up to Hathorn. Hathorn gets it to Plunkett on the force out at second, and Stone King will reach first on the fielder's choice. One out and a runner at first for the Rambelles defense here. And here comes number 9, Kuntz. First time we've seen Kuntz today for the Lady Buffs, as her first pitch gets put low towards the dirt for ball 1. Kuntz takes strike 1 off the hand of Hathorn. And a 1-1 pitch now coming from the circle. And that one lifted sky high and just foul over the Rambelle dugout for strike number 2. One, two, and that one popped up straight behind home plate. And Abby Brand's going to take a second behind the plate. I think the back end of the bat got her there. And she'll walk it off for just a second. And then Kuntz will be back in with a 1-2 count. 1-2. That one popped straight up in the air towards the Rambelle dugout and just out of play. Keeps the count at 1-2. One and 2 the count. And that one sent sky high over foul territory towards first base. And it'll fall just by the fence. DeBaca, Smith, and Plunkett all trying to make an attempt there. And the count remains 1-2 for Kuntz, who has stretched this to a pretty lengthy at bat. One and 2 the count. And that one just outside for ball 2. Two-two pitch from Hathorn. And that one played on up into the gap, and it'll be a single for Kuntz to advance the runner. So now runners on second and first for the Lady Buffs. And here comes Avery Cannon. Cannon in game 1 of the series went 0 for 2 with the plate. First pitch to Cannon, just a little low for ball 1. Count evens up at 1-1 here for Hathorn. And a 1-1 pitch coming from Hathorn outside for ball 2. Two one the count now. And the pitch to Cannon. That one lined out to Gunther, up with it at second base, and the throw not in time to Aaron Plunkett. And it looks like head coach Travis Scott's going to come out and have a quick conversation about this one, as regardless, the line out to Avery Gunther counts, but they're looking for the double play ball. And it looks like we're going to have a bit of an umpire meeting here. And this one starts kind of early. Took a little bit into game 1 to get an umpire meeting going, but we'll see if we can get a quick replay on the throw back over to second. While our umpires are still confirming here, we'll get you a replay. You'll see it on your screen. And it's a close call, and our umpires meeting has adjourned, and it looks like the call is going to stand. Runner is safe at second. So Kuntz on. So runner's still at second and first. And the first pitch now to Lisky. Is down low for ball 1. 2 outs though on the board for the Rambelles defense. Lisky squares around to bunt and takes ball 2 low towards the dirt. (2-0), and that one yanked foul down the left field line. Turns the count to 2-1. 2-1 in there for strike 2. Another foul ball hit high and hard down the left field line and just out of play as Ashton McMillan was waiting for it to drop over by the fence. And now an even 2-2 count for Lisky. Two-two pitch. Big yank into left field. Mick will chase it all the way back, and it'll clear the wall. A 3-run shot for the Lady Buffs to get them on the board early here at Meyer Field. And the Lady Buffs go up 3-0 here, courtesy of a 3-run shot off the bat of Lisky. So with 2 outs on the board and a bases clearing home run for the Lady Buffs, they take a 3-0 lead. And Lisky just had every single piece of the softball in her hand there. And now it's back to the top of the order for Granger. Granger, a single in her first plate appearance of the day, will put that one with a quick line out to Applin to retire the side, but not before the Lady Buffs strike first here at Meyer Field. As you're watching Rambelles Softball live on Flow Sports, we'll be right back.
You've got to do your best to stand the test for all ASU.
Third baseman, Avery Gunther.
And we're back as Avery Gunther looks to lead things off for the Rambelles. And she'll put that one into play over to the second baseman. A quick flip over to Boyer at first, and Avery Gunther heads back to the dugout with the first Rambelle out.
Carter Smith.
One out, and Carter Smith fouls that one off for strike 1. The count now to Carter Smith, and the pitch, that one down low and away for ball 1.
Come on, Carter. Get on base.
1-1 to Smith. That one pops high and foul. Cruz steps into the batter's box, and she'll take a big swing and a miss for strike one. De La Cruz comes into this one after a pretty hot game one. Well, she laid down some really pretty bunts, as now an 0-1 pitch gets fouled off over the Rambelle dugout. De La Cruz did go 0 for 1 on the day, but she did get walked twice in game one. And now an 0-2 pitch coming for De La Cruz. And they'll ring De La Cruz up looking, and she'll head back to the Rambelle dugout as the Rambelles go in order in the bottom half of 2. We take it to the top of 3 from Meyer Field. You're watching Rambelle Softball live on Flo Sports. We'll be right back.
Since 1905, HEB has been proud to work with Texas growers because honestly, there's no taste like home. That's why we created our Texas Roots brand, which supports farmers and brings fresh, local produce to you faster. Whether it's strawberries from Poteet, greens and onions from the Rio Grande Valley, or dozens of other greats grown around the state, we bring the best of Texas farms to Texas tables. Texas Roots, another reason why at my HEB, here, everything's better.
Leading up the right fielder, Avery.
And we're back here as Avery will lead things off for the Lady Buffs. And it looks like Carter Smith will move over into left field, and Paris Brinessi will move into right for the Rambelles. And the first pitch to Avery just outside for ball one. One-0 evens it up at 1-1 here off the hand of Hathorn. One foul tip back to the backstop for strike two. One and two the count. And a 1-2 pitch. That one sent sky high towards Applin. Doesn't even have to move. Just sticks a glove up and grabs it for out number one.
Third baseman, Abby Howell.
Sky high swinging pitch for Howell. And she'll take strike one off the foul ball. Bunt looked to be laid, and it gets pulled back for ball one. Howell puts that one into play. Hathorn up with it to Dabaka on the stretch. Throw in time for out number 2. Here comes Emily Boyer. Two outs, and the first pitch to Boyer is in there for strike 1. Oh, one pitch just low and away for ball 1. And the 1-1 pitch to Boyer. That one put into play. Stays fair. Up to Dabaka on the stretch for out number 3. Lady Buffs go in order here, but still lead by 3 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd here at Meyer Field. You're watching Rambelles Softball live on Flo Sports. We'll be right back.
Our tough heritage is what it's all about. And nothing says tough better than trucks made for Texans by Texans. The full-size Toyota Tundra, loaded with full-size features. This is truck country, where legacies are born and the West comes alive. At Mitchell Toyota, getting a good deal on a truck as tough as Texas is a cinch. Come see us at Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Leading off first baseman, Zoe Dabaka.
We're back as Zoe Dabaka looks to lead things off for the Rambelles here in the bottom half of the 3rd. First pitch to Dabaka, down low for ball 1. Dabaka in game 1 of the series against the Lady Buffs had a fairly decent day at the plate. She did go 0 for 2, but got on the path for the Rambelles, as she'll foul tip that one back. Dabaka was a part of one of those crazy plays that led to one of 2 of the Lady Buff errors in game 1, as Dabaka did make it to first base on a throwing error. And now a 1-1 pitch coming. And that one sent sky high out into shallow center. And it's camped out underneath and gloved for out number 1. And here comes Abby Brand. First pitch to Brand, down low and inside for ball 1. Want to know the count now to Brand. And a 1-0 pitch. That one put into play. It gets up the gut. It'll be a single for Brand. And it's back to the top of the order for Aaron Plunkett. Plunkett grounded out to the pitcher in her first plate appearance of the day. First pitch to Plunkett outside for ball 1. Want to know the count now to Plunkett. And a 1-0 pitch down low in the dirt for ball 2. (2-0) high and away, ball 3. (3-0) count to Plunkett. And she'll take that one just outside for ball 4, and Plunkett's on the path with a walk. So with 1 out and 2 runners aboard for the Rambelles, we're going to see some time called, and we're going to have some changes. And Emily Boyer is going to get the softball back to pitch for the Lady Buffs. And it looks like Vorthams will head to potentially first base, and she will. And Boyer, as I mentioned, did pick up the loss in game 1 of the series out of the circle. Boyer went 4 2/3 of an inning of work, allowed 7 hits and 7 runs. Only 4 of them were earned. She walked 3 and struck out 3 and allowed 3 doubles through only 24 batters faced and just under 90 pitches tossed. So Leilana Applin prepares to step back in. Applin in game 1 of the series, as I mentioned, did go 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. So very possible for Applin to find one and plant one in a gap here. First pitch from Boyer, down low in the dirt, off the shin plate of the catcher, and it'll move the runners. And runners advance to third and second on the wild pitch here. Kuntz behind the plate for the Lady Buffs. And a 1-0 pitch to Applin. She puts that one into play over to the shortstop. They'll check the runner and go to first. Abby Brand will score from third. And the Rambelles cut the deficit to 2. And it's another 2-out situation for the Rambelles with a runner at second. And it looks like Vorthams is going to head back into the circle. And now Boyer is going to head out of this game completely. And scratch that. She just went to go and get her visor, so she'll head back to first. And here comes Tatiana Trotter. Trotter in her first plate appearance of the day. Flew out to right field. And she'll watch that one in for strike 1 with 2 outs and a runner at second. 0-1 the count now to Trotter and Vorthams. With the 0-1 pitch, and Trotter will yank that one sky high all the way back into deep left field, and it's gloved at the fence for out number 3 to leave a runner stranded, but not before the Rambelles cut the deficit to 2 here at Meyer Field as they trail 3-1. You're watching Rambelles softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
At Shannon, caring for our community is at the heart of everything we do. Our dedicated teams provide hands-on educational opportunities, offering continuing education credits for nursing and EMS providers. We've partnered with the American Heart Association to provide CPR training and kits for high school students and area schools. We participate in numerous community education events, providing current health information and screenings to the public. Shannon, partnering with our community for a healthier future.
Fans, the Integris Grow for Dough continues. If you're looking for a rewarding career in IT with a growing company, visit IntegrisIT.com. Integris, exceptional IT, real people, bigger purpose. Congratulations to Nadia, Trey, and Riley, our contestants today. Shortstop Heaven Moreno.
3 up, 3 down.
And we're back as the first pitch swung on by Moreno is popped sky high into the shallow infield, and Leilana Applin will charge in and glove it for out number 1. That'll bring Stone King back up to the plate. She got on the path in her first at bat on a fielder's choice. And she'll take the first pitch down low in the dirt for ball 1. Want to know the count? And the pitch is fired from Hathorn. Foul tip back for strike 1. One and one the count, just outside, ball 2. Two one, and that one put into play. Up with it is Applin over the top to Dabaka. Throw not in time as Stone King slides in safe at first. So now with a runner on the path with 1 out, the Rambelles see Kuntz back at the plate. Kuntz had a single in her first plate appearance of the day. And the first pitch is just outside for ball 1. One and 0, and that one fouled back to the screen for strike 1. One and one the count now to Kuntz. One, and that one smacked down to Gunther. Up with it to Plunkett. Plunkett will turn for the double play ball, and it's nabbed by Dabaka on the stretch. And a ground ball double play retires the side as we move to the bottom half of 4. Rambelles still trail by 2 here at Meyer Field. You're watching Rambelles softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of community. Our roots run deep, intertwined with those who dedicate themselves to making our neighborhoods better places for all. That's why we're proud to serve nonprofits, the heart and soul of our shared mission to create positive change. From providing financial solutions to offering guidance and support, we're here to help nonprofits thrive and continue their invaluable work. Because when our community succeeds, we all reap the rewards.
Leading off, designated player Ashton McMillan.
We're back as Ashton McMillan will lead things off for the Rambelles, and she'll take the first pitch swinging and gets a piece of it for strike one. Owen won the count now to McMillan. Time is called. And it looks like there's another technical difficulty for the Lady Buffs with the catching equipment. And we're going to take another quick break and bring it back in just 1 second. You're watching Rambelles Softball live on Flo Sports. And we're back here, and all seems to be right in the world with the catcher and the equipment. So now the 0-1 pitch to McMillan is outside for ball one. So now an even 1-1 count for Ashton McMillan. And a 1-1 pitch. That one fouled off over the Rambelle dugout to move the count to 1-2. One, two. That one fouled back. Keeps the count at 1-2. One and two the count now, and Vortherm's ready to deal off. And that pitch to McMillan is down low in the dirt to even the count up at 2s. And a 2-2 pitch. Put down low again for ball 3, and just like that, McMillan's worked herself back into the count here at full. Payoff pitch coming for Vortherms. and dealt out of the circle. McMillan gets a piece of it into the gap in left field. It'll be a single for McMillan. A leadoff single. And here comes Avery Gunther. Avery Gunther now with a runner on and no outs. As Vortherms deals one down in the dirt. McMillan took a pretty hefty jump off the bag there, but scurried back just in time. And a 1-0 pitch. Bunt looked to be laid. McMillan off to the race. Throw down not in time, and Ashton McMillan steals second base. One and one the count now to Gunther. And she'll get a piece of that one, and it's going to fall just foul.
Hey, protect, kid.
One-two pitch now to Gunther. And that one sent sky high. And the shortstop is just able to turn and glove it for the Lady Buffs, and they'll hold McMillan at second. And here comes Carter Smith. First pitch to Smith. It's put into play, and the shortstop line is able to glove that one. And they'll go to tag up at second, and McMillan never really left the bag, so now 2 outs, and here comes Paris Brinessi. And time is called as a softball has found its way back into the field. First pitch to Brinessi, another slapper on this Rambelle roster, and that one's into the dirt for ball one.
Good job, Paris. Good job. Here we go. Go left. Let's go.
1-0 the count, and Brinessi swings and misses on that one for strike one. One and one the count to Brinessi. And that one way inside for ball two. Two and one the count now. And the 2-1 pitch. That one swung on and missed, but gets a piece of it off the front of the plate for strike number 2. And a 2-2 pitch coming for Brinessi. Down low in the dirt. And McMillan took a big enough jump, but decided not to go ahead and run. Payoff pitch. Brinessi puts that one into play over to the third baseman. Nobody's there to tag Carter Smith out at third. So just like that, Brinessi's on with a fielder's choice, and now it's runners on the corners for DeBaca with 2 outs. And we're going to see time called again here for the Lady Buffs. I don't think there's going to be any changes made. And Zoe DeBaca will step into the box with 2 outs and runners on the corners. DeBaca squares around to bunt, and the catcher comes up with the softball, but the play isn't there in time as Paris Brinessi was already halfway to second base before the catcher even came up with the ball. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Rambelles with 2 outs. And DeBaca is still showing back to bunt. And she'll get a piece of that up with it to Boyer. Boyer just has to turn around and tag the bag for out number 3 to retire the side and leave 2 runners stranded. Rambelles still trail 3-1 here at Meyer Field. As we move to the top half of 5, you're watching Rambelles Softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
Angelo State Athletics selected to make its courtesy car providers, Mitchell Buick GMC and Randall Motors. Leading off, second baseman Avery Cannon.
And we're back as the Lady Buffs still have a 3-1 lead here in Game 2 of the series, and Cannon will lead things off. And her first pitch just high and inside for ball 1. Want to know the count now to Cannon. Outside, ball 2. Cannon yanks that one down the left field line and foul. Moves the count to 2-1. And a 2-1 pitch to Cannon. She'll swing and miss on that one to even the count up at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no out, and no runners aboard, obviously, as Cannon is the leadoff hitter in the top half of 5. And a 2-2 pitch just outside to move the count to full. And Hathorn will deliver her first strikeout of the day here. And here comes Lisky. First pitch to Lisky. And that one sent sky high into foul territory over the third base fence. And Lisky responsible for the bases clearing home run in the in the top half of 2 to put the Lady Buffs up 3-1. Second pitch to Lisky just outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. And the pitch, that one shot foul off the front of the plate for strike 2. One and 2 the count. And Lisky takes a piece of that one into left field, all the way back towards the fence. Smith will come up with it, and it'll hold Lisky up at first with a single. And it's back to the top of the order for Granger. Time called out of the circle by Hathorn. And Hathorn to deal. And Brain comes up with it high. One 1-0 count, and that one in there for strike 1. One and 1, that one fouled back to the net. Moves the count to 1-2. One and 2 the count now, out of the circle, and Hathorn looking to deal. And that one will go just outside to even the count up at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at first for Granger. And the 2-2 pitch, that one softly hit into the middle infield. Gunther up with it to Tabaka. Throw in time. But the runner will advance to second. So now we're going to have another debrief of what the heck just happened there by the WT head coach and our umpires. So for now, runners stand on second and first. Had another close call like this at third base earlier today. And the call on the field is going to stand. Granger is out at first. But Lisky advances around to second. So now 2 outs and a runner at second for the Lady Buffs. And it looks like it might be a pinch hitter. And it is. Colburn will come into the ball game to pinch hit for Avery. Hathorn gets a pitch that she likes and fires one in to Colburn for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch to Colburn. Just a little low for ball 1. As the pitch is going to get away from Brand. The count moves to 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch, that one just outside for ball 2. Colburn chops that one over towards the Rambelle dugout and foul. Keeps the count at 2-2. Count moves to full here for Hathorn out of the circle. Colburn chops that one foul. DeBaca up with it, tries to go for the tag, and they're going to call that one foul. So the count remains full for Colburn at the plate. Colburn gets rung up looking here, and they'll leave a runner stranded at second as the Lady Buffs go scoreless once again. The Rambelles head to the bottom of the 5th to try and cut this Lady Buff deficit some more as they trail 3-1. You're watching Rambelles Softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
Since 1905, HEB has been proud to work with Texas growers because honestly, there's no taste like home. That's why we created our Texas Roots brand, which supports farmers and brings fresh, local produce to you faster. Whether it's strawberries from Poteet, greens and onions from the Rio Grande Valley, or dozens of other grapes grown around the state, we bring the best of Texas farms to Texas tables. Texas Roots, another reason why at my HEB, here, everything's better.
And we're back as Abby Brand looks to lead things off for the Rambelles, taking ball 1 high into the outside. Want to know the count now to Brand. And that pitch in there for strike 1. Fortherm still going strong in the circle for the Lady Buffs. We'll get you some stats on her in just a minute. As Brand shortly pops that one up towards Boyer, and it's gloved for out number 1. Fortherm's has gone 3 2/3, allowing 4 hits and a run, which was earned, walked a batter and struck out 2, and through 16 batters faced has tossed a total of 53 pitches. Make that 56, my apologies, and now has gone a full 4 innings of work. And here comes Aaron Plunkett. Plunkett will take ball 1 low and towards the dirt. Want to know? Plunkett will take it outside for ball 2. Two and 0 the count. And that pitch in there for strike 1. Two and 1 the count with 1 out and no runner aboard for the Rambelles. And the 2-1 pitch. That one just down low and away for ball 3. And a 3-1 pitch. It's going to get Plunkett on the side of the leg. Dare I say Plunkett on the side of the leg, and she'll head down to first on the walk, on the hit by pitch. And time's going to be called once again, and it looks like Emily Boyer's going to go back to pitch in for Vortham's. Boyer back in the circle for the Lady Buffs, and Applin takes ball 1 down low in the dirt. And the 1-0 pitch to Applin in there for strike 1. One and 1 the count to Applin with Plunkett on first. And the 1-1 pitch high and away, ball 2. Applin gets that one to fall over to the third baseman, and they'll come up with the throw at first, but Plunkett will advance to second. So now with 1 out and a runner at second for Tatiana Trotter. And Tatiana Trotter to step back into the batter's box here. Vortham's back in the circle. Trotter takes strike one looking. She's flown out in both of her plate appearances today, both just to different spots in the outfield. And now prepares for the 0-1 pitch out of the circle. And she'll put that one almost into play down the third base line. McMillan in the on-deck circle, and my apologies, 2 outs on the board here at Meyer Field. So an opportunity for 2-out production. Bunt face shown for Trotter. It'll get pulled back, and she'll make contact. That's going to go into shallow right, and it's gloved to retire the side and leave a runner stranded as we move to the top half of 6 here at Meyer Field. Rambelles still trail 3-1. You're watching Rambelles Softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
In the competitive world of pickup trucks, the Toyota Tundra has proven itself time after time. At Mitchell Toyota, we have a great selection of Toyota trucks in stock. Save $5,000 off a new Tundra or choose 2.99% APR. The Toyota Tundra has a reputation for reliability, longevity, and value retention. And so does the Toyota Tacoma. Plus, you can save with 5.99% APR. Get yours at Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
Leading off third baseman Abby Howell.
And we're back as Howell will lead things off for the Lady Buffs here at Meyer Field. Hathorn still going strong out of the circle for the Rambelles. And Howell will take that one for a ride into left field, and it's gloved by Smith for out number 1. Hathorn on the day so far, though, now through 5 1/3. Has allowed 6 hits and 3 runs, all 3 of which were earned. And has struck out 2 and allowed 1 home run through 20 batters faced. And 77 pitches tossed. And the first pitch now to Boyer. Bunt laid, and it's down on the ground. Gunther up with it to Baca. The throw not anywhere in time. And Boyer's on with a bunt single.
Shortstop Evan Moreno.
First pitch from Moreno sent sky high out of play over the Lady Buff dugout. Oh, 1 pitch to Moreno. Bunt laid there as well, and it's back to the netting, just high. Oh, and 2 the count now to Moreno. Outside, ball 1. One, 2, that's high for ball 2. And a 2-2 pitch coming. And that one yanked into shallow center. Trotter will trot over and glove it for out number 2. Two outs and a runner at first for the Lady Buffs. And the first pitch dealt to Stone King outside for strike 1. Stone King has been on the path with a fielder's choice and a single today, but officially 1 for 2 on the day. And the 0-1 pitch out of the circle. That one yanked high into left field and just foul for strike 2. Hathorn working to make quick work of the batters here in the top of the 6th. And the 0-2 pitch. That one chopped up over to Applin. Applin up with it to Baca. Throw just off the top of the bag, but they'll go to third to Gunther. And they'll throw her out, sliding into third base to retire the side. And the Lady Buffs go scoreless once again as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. The Rambelles come down to their final 6 outs to try and tie this one or win it. Here at Meyer Field, you're watching Rambelles Softball live on Flo Sports. We'll be right back.
At Shannon, caring for our community is at the heart of everything we do. Our dedicated teams provide hands-on educational opportunities, offering continuing education credits for nursing and EMS providers. We've partnered with the American Heart Association to provide CPR training and kits for high school students and area schools. We participate in numerous community education events, providing current health information and screenings to the public. Shannon, partnering with our community for a healthier future.
Leading off, designated player Ashton McMillan.
As Ashton McMillan sends that one sky high into the shallow infield. Third baseman will charge in on it and glove it for out number 1. And here comes Avery Gunther. Gunther in now with 1 out and no runner aboard. And she'll put that one into play. It's going to go off the side of the pitcher's mitt, and the throw not in time to first base. Avery Gunther on safe with a single. And here comes Carter Smith. Smith chops that one loosely up to the pitcher, and no play to be made by Vortherms. Carter Smith on safe with a single to advance Avery Gunther to second. And here comes Paris Brinessi. And it looks like we're going to see some changes again here for the Lady Buffs. And maybe just some more technical difficulties. And it looks like that's all it will be, is some technical difficulties here for the Lady Buffs and their catching equipment. As the Rambelles have 2 runners on now. With 1 out and 2 runners aboard, Paris Brinessi comes in. And the first pitch to Brinessi, down low and away for ball 1. Want to know the count now. And the 1-0 pitch to Brinessi. And that one in there for strike 1. One and 1 the count. And the pitch now from Vorthams. Bunt late, and it's going to be high. All runners will make it safe back into the bags. And here comes Bree Waters in to pinch hit. And here comes Bree Waters with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Two outs and 2 aboard for the Rambelles. And the first pitch to Waters, fouled back for strike 1.
Do a job, Bree, do a job!
0-1 the count now to Waters. And the 0-1 pitch, Waters lines out to the third baseman to leave 2 stranded as the Rambelles move to the top of the 7th here. Still trailing 3-1 as both teams come down to their final 3 outs here at Meyer Field. You're watching Rambelle Softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of community. Our roots run deep, intertwined with those who dedicate themselves to making our neighborhoods better places for all. That's why we're proud to serve nonprofits, the heart and soul of our shared mission to create positive change. From providing financial solutions to offering guidance and support, we're here to help nonprofits thrive and continue their invaluable work. Because when our community succeeds, we all reap the rewards.
Leading off the catcher, Trinity Coots.
And we're back here as the Lady Buffs come down to their final 3 outs here in the series to take a 3-1 victory over the Rambelles, as Hathorn deals the first pitch outside for ball 1 to Kuntz. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the day for Amelia Hathorn. And in comes Maddie Walco. We'll take a quick break and give you everything you need to know about Maddie Walco, but first we'll have a quick word from our sponsors at Armstrong Backus & Co. Attention Ram and Rambelle fans, Armstrong Backus & Company LLP is proud to support Angelo State University. From the field to the court, they've been cheering on the Rams and Rambelles for decades. Just like ASU, they believe in excellence, dedication, and a winning spirit. Whether it's tackling taxes, auditing your business, or serving up strategic financial planning, Armstrong Backus & Co. is your full-service public accounting firm. From personal tax preparation to complex business consulting, they've got the experience you can trust for all your financial needs. So when it's time to balance the books or plan your next big financial move, remember, Armstrong Backus & Co. delivers experience you can trust. Let's go Rams. And we'll take another quick one and bring it back for the stats for Maddie Walco out of the circle. We'll be right back after this. And we're back here as Kuntz lays one into right center field for a leadoff single against the new pitcher, Maddie Walco for the Rambelles. Look at Walco on the season. Walco with 3.18 ERA, a 1.49 whip, a 3-1 win-loss record with 4 saves on the season through 39 2/3. She's allowed 43 hits, 19 runs, and 18 of those are earned. Walked 16 and struck out 7. Has given up 5 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run, and has 2 hit batsmen to her name. As a pinch runner on the path now for the Lady Buffs. First pitch in now to Cannon. Cannon lifts that one deep into right field, all the way back to the fence, and it clears. Paris Brinessi took a jump at the fence, and just like that, the Lady Buffs go back up by 2 more here, extending their lead to 4. A bases clearing 2-run shot off the bat of Cannon to extend the Lady Buff lead 5-1. And Litzky now back into the batter's box. And her first pitch, bunt laid, and it's going to go off the front of the plate for strike 1. Ohm won the count, and that one lifted high into the shallow infield. Applin will track it and glove it for out number 1.
Designated player Lauren Granger.
And it's back to the top of the order for Granger. Granger, who's went 1 for 3 on the day with a single and a line out and a ground out, with 1 out and no runners aboard, as the Lady Buffs take a 5-1 lead. And that one put into play, and Brinessi will glove it for out number 2. Two outs on the board and no runners aboard, and here comes Kylie Avery. First pitch to Avery, high for ball 1. (1-0) turns into 1-1 off the hand of Walco. And the 1-1 pitch. Just inside for ball 1. Two 1 just outside, moves the count to 3-1. And that one's put into play, gets past Plunkett, and it'll be at least a single for Avery, and it is a 2-out single for Avery, and here comes Howell.
Third baseman Abby Howell.
First pitch to Howell. Down low for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch coming from Walco. And that one just outside ball 2. Two and 0 the count. And that one just inside for ball 3. Runner on first with 2 outs. And that one in there for strike 1, 3-1 the count now. Three-one pitch from Walco. That one sent deep into center field, and it'll fall right at the fence. It's probably going to score 1, and it will, as the Lady Buffs now move up 6-1 here in the top half of the 7th. 2 outs and a runner at second now for the Lady Buffs. And here comes Emily Boyer. First pitch to Boyer, down low and away for ball 1. One and 0 turns into 2 and 0. And the 2-0 pitch, that one chopped over to Gunther. They'll check the runner and go to first on the stretch to retire the side, but not before the Lady Buffs push 3 more across to take the 6-1 lead. The Rambelles will have just 3 outs to try and make a comeback to either send this to extras or walk it off in the bottom half of the 7th here at Meyer Field. You're watching Rambelles softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be back in just a second.
Leading off the catcher, Abby Brown.
And we're back as the Rambelles come down to their final 3 outs here at Meyer Field to try and tie this one or send it to extras. And Abby Brand will be the one to lead things off for the blue and gold. As Brand takes ball 1 to the outside. One 0 to Brand. That one fouled off over the Rambelle dugout to move the count to 1-1.
You just started, kid.
1-1 the count now to Brand. And the pitch from Borthams. Down low and away, ball 2. Speaking of Borthams, 5 1/3 innings of work done today. Allowed 6 hits, 1 run, which was earned. Walked 2 and struck out 2 through 24 batters and 72 pitches. First pitch to Plunkett outside for ball 1. Want to know the count? That one high. And Holtorf will advance to second on the wild pitch, and I think that one maybe got a piece of our umpire. So he's going to take a second and walk that off. As our trainers will come out and look at him. And it looks like he's going to be okay. He just needed to take a quick second and catch his breath. And he'll put back on the face mask and step back up behind home plate. So Blake Holtorf over at second base now, with no outs and a 2-0 count for Aaron Plunkett. And the 2-0 pitch, down low and away, ball 3. Pitch to Plunkett, high and away for ball 4. And now 2 runners on the path for the Rambelles, and Leilana Applin into the box. First pitch to Applin. Goes to lay the bunt. Takes strike 1. 0-1 the count now to Applin with no outs and 2 runners aboard. Bunt face still shown for Applin. And she'll take that one high for ball 1. Applin squares back around to bunt and takes the bunt off the front of the plate for strike number 2. And the 1-2 pitch. That one put into play just past the second baseman, and they'll go to try and flip, and the ball gets away. It'll score Blake Holtorf from second to cut the Lady Buff deficit to 4 here, and it'll be the second error committed by the Lady Buffs. So Leilana Applin gets aboard. And Vortherms comes back into this one. Applin will get aboard on the fielder's choice, I believe is what it'll go down as on the stat sheet. And then Holtorf will score. And my apologies, Applin's on with a single up the middle. Plunkett advanced to second. And Holtorf advanced to third and scored on the throwing error by the second baseman. So now the Rambelles trail by 4 with no outs and 2 runners aboard for Tatiana Trotter. Vortherms back in the circle. Boyer back at first. So not the end of the day for Vortherms. That's her first pitch to Trotter. Will go down in the dirt to the backstop. Runners on the move. And Plunkett and Applin will be safe on third and second on the wild pitch. Ashton McMillan awaits in the on-deck circle. And now a 1-0 pitch coming from Worthams. And that one is sent sky high into shallow left field. Lots of people trying to call it off there, and it's gloved for out number 1 for Trotter. And here comes Ashton McMillan. Rambelles now down to their final 2 outs to try and tie this one and send it to extras or walk it off. Runners on third and second. First pitch to McMillan. And that one is a quick line out to the second baseman. And Applin will slide back in safe at second. So now the Rambelles down to their final out to try and plate a couple more runs here. 4 to be exact, to tie it and send it to extras. Rambelles tend to work their best in 2-out situations, so we'll see what Avery Gunther can do up at the plate. First pitch to Gunther sent sky high back to the netting for strike 1. Oh, 1-1 the count now to Gunther. Runners on third and second. And that one, great block there by Granger behind the plate. My apologies. Kuntz behind the plate. And 1-1 pitch to Gunther. That one just high, ball 2.
Rally on 2, kid. Do you?
2-1 the count. And that one sent sky high into deep center field, and it's going to be tracked down and gloved. For the final out here at Meyer Field, Rambelles will split the series against the number 1 ranked West Texas A&M Lady Buffs. 6-2 here at Meyer Field after a complete 7 innings. And they win game 1 of the series in a shutout, 7-0. As we take a quick break and head into the Rambelle postgame show here with interviews from our Rambelle seniors, a final stat wrap-up, and a sign-off as well. You're watching Rambelle Softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back.
In a world filled with challenges, there is a beacon of hope. For almost 100 years, Rams have been leading the charge, building a century of success on the pillars of resilience, perseverance, and determination. Through our elite facilities, cutting-edge technology, and advanced research and learning opportunities, we're preparing students to tackle the challenges of tomorrow head-on. Our alumni are ready to change the world, because when a Ram faces a challenge, it charges.
At Sonora Bank, Texas is a way of life. It's about hard work, treating people right, and being resilient. These same ideals have described Sonora Bank since the year 1900. You see, Sonora Bank's not just a bank in Texas, we're Texas in a bank. Visit one of our locations or sonorabank.com. Sonora Bank, Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
In a world filled with challenges, there is a beacon of hope. For almost 100 years, Rams have been leading the charge, building a century of success on the pillars of resilience, perseverance, and determination. Through our elite facilities, cutting-edge technology, and advanced research and learning opportunities, we're preparing students to tackle the challenges of tomorrow head-on. Our alumni are ready to change the world, because when a Ram faces a challenge, it charges.
Our tough heritage is what it's all about. And nothing says tough better than trucks made for Texans by Texans. The full-size Toyota Tundra, loaded with full-size features. This is truck country, where legacies are born and the West comes alive. At Mitchell Toyota, getting a good deal on a truck as tough as Texas is a cinch. Come see us at Mitchell Toyota, where we put the deal back in dealership.
And we're back here for the start of a kind of long Rambelle post-game show here to get 5 seniors in. As most of you recall from Friday, this is senior weekend here at Meyer Field for the last home series. And I am joined with Rambelle starting right or left fielder given the day, Miss Carter Smith. Carter, welcome to the Rambelle post-game show.
Thank you, Maddie.
So, Carter, your first time with us here this season. So, just give me your thought process on how you think the season's going so far. I know you and Paris have intertwined a little bit, but when you have two slappers who can both play the field as well as you two do, you got to make room for both of you. So, just talk to me about your thoughts on the season.
The season's been great. Like you've said, I've played half the games, and the other half Paris has started, and it's been awesome. We have a very good mindset, both of us together. And whenever Paris starts, I'm cheering her on, and whenever I start, she's cheering me on. So it's always nice to have great backup teammates, even whenever the other one is playing over you. And yeah, we just worked very hard this year so far to have 43 wins. That hasn't been done in, I think Coach Scott said, since 2018, maybe. And there's only 5 of us in the country that have over 40 wins. So that's really awesome.
And then you talk about wins today, Carter. Obviously, you guys split senior day, and then you come out here, and you guys come out like there is no rust on y'all whatsoever. You guys come out go a complete full game, 7-0 shutout in game 1 to upset the number 1 team in the country. I said it on the broadcast, this was a top 10 matchup. Y'all are 7, they're 1. And then you come out and you just fall short here in game 2. Just kind of talk to me about how you think this team played today in this series.
I think we played great in both games. I think the second game we played great as well. Amelia pitched very well in this second game. We just quite couldn't get our bats going quick enough. And Heidi and Boyer both pitched well. So we did what we could. And then in that 7th inning, they just scored a little bit of runs. And I think it's a good game to go into postseason for.
And then you mentioned it, this team kind of heading into postseason. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but obviously, like we mentioned, senior weekend here on the field. Got to have your parents come out and walk you out Friday. Got to toss a first pitch out to your parents. Just kind of talk to me about what it means to be able to be a product of a JUCO and come into Angelo State and finish your last 2 years here with this group of girls.
JUCO's awesome. JUCO raised me as a player. My coach, Coach Williams, she was one of the best coaches that I've ever had. And yeah, I thank her a lot for helping me, Amelia, and Avery get to where we are now. We all went to Weatherford Junior College. And yeah, senior year has been awesome. My parents have been very supportive. And yeah, I want to thank them, thank God most off. He's the only reason why I'm here, and it's been an honor to be able to glorify him in everything I do.
And Carter, obviously not the last time you'll be in the Angelo State blue and gold or black and blue, given the uniform combo today. But the last time you'll step foot at Mayer Field or in the media box here with me. So just kind of talk to me about the legacy you want to leave as a Rambelle or a piece of advice for the next Carter Smith.
It's been awesome playing at this field. Piece of advice would be Coach Scott is a good coach. He's very hard. Don't let it affect you. Whatever he says, take it with a grain of salt. Unless it's really good advice, then take that and apply it on the field. He has all the banners for a reason. He's a great coach, so listen to what he says and buy in the what is it word? Buy in the
culture?
Sure. Buy in the something.
Buy in the something. And then Carter, obviously lots of postseason coming ahead. You guys will sit pretty comfortably in the conference tournament and in the regional rankings. So just kind of talk to me about your mentality heading into the postseason, knowing that you guys still have a lot of weeks left to play.
It's going to be awesome. Last year we went 0-3. This year it's going to be different. And I think we play Eastern New Mexico or Cameron. And we feel decent going into those games. So, and then the real games start in regionals. And we can't wait to go play and get a ring, hopefully.
Hopefully. And Carter, that's all I have for you. Anything else you want to add?
Thank you so much for watching. Rambelle out.
And that'll do it here for Carter Smith on the Rambelle postgame show. We'll take another quick one and bring it back with another Rambelle senior in just a moment. You're watching Rambelle Softball live on Flo Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here on the Rambelle postgame show with another Rambelle senior. I'm here with closer Maddie Walco, or so beloved and known by her teammates as Queen Keisha. Keisha, welcome back to the Rambelle postgame show. Happy to be here. Maddie, hard-fought games here today. You guys go and upset the number 1 team in the country, 7-0. And then narrowly lose 6-2 here in game 2. So just talk to me about just your thoughts on the weekend for this team.
Yeah, so this weekend's been very emotional. It's been a lot of fun. Everyone's been trying to savor every second of it. Sean went out and pitched an amazing game, game 1, and got the win over number 1 team, which is really good. And then, we're really close in the second game. Didn't turn out the way we really wanted to, but I think we're all pretty excited to get to go back to WT and play there for postseason.
And Maddie, obviously, you mentioned it, very emotional weekend, senior weekend here, last home weekend at Meyer Field. Got to have your parents come out with you on Friday, throw a first pitch out to your mom or your dad. So just kind of talk to me about coming in from McLennan. You came in with Aaron, just a year behind Cheyenne. Talk to me about what it means to be able to come in from McLennan and finish your career out in the Angelo State Blue and Gold.
Yeah, so getting to come here for my last 2 years has been the absolute best. I have coaches who are so supportive of me and teammates who just love me and let me just be who I am. I think getting to come here and play for my last 2 years is like the best place I could have ended up. I feel like I've grown a lot and just gotten to take more of a quiet leadership role on the team, and I wouldn't have wanted to finish my career anywhere else.
And Maddie, obviously not the last time you'll be in the blue and gold or the black and blue, given the uniform combo today. But the last time you're stepping out on the home field here, obviously emotions are really high. You come in, pitch a really good 2/3 of an inning, and then, or a full inning. It might have been a full inning. But just talk to me. You always talk about how you are the different pitcher and how that makes all the difference. But talk to me about, as you wind down to the close, the legacy you hope to leave out of the Rambelle uniform, and maybe a piece of advice for the next Maddie Walco in the circle.
Okay, so I guess man, it's so emotional. I guess the piece of advice I would give is just, don't let people tell you can't do it. I was always told I was too short or too slow, and that is exactly what makes me who I am, and I've learned to own it. So don't let other people dictate your value or your worth, and trust the Lord and allow your weakness to be your strength. That would be my advice, but I don't know. I think I love my role on the team. So, yep.
And Maddie, one last thing before I let you go. Lots of postseason ahead. You guys head to Canyon now for the conference tournament, or Tyler, to be determined. Talk to me about what it means to get a few more weeks with this team.
Yeah, so definitely going to be savoring everything that I can for the next couple weekends. Was definitely savoring today, just getting to look up in the stands. Wasn't exactly what I'd hoped for my last outing at home, the home field, but so much bigger than the game itself. So it's okay, and I'm glad I got to do it with these girls. So.
And Maddie, that's all I had for you. Anything else?
That's it.
And that'll do it for Maddie Walco on the Rambelle postgame show. We'll take another quick one and bring it back. You're watching Rambelle Softball live on Flo Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back on the Rambelle postgame show for a third senior in this Rambelle interview process as a part of Senior Day weekend. I'm here with Rambelle's starting third baseman, Avery Gunther. Avery, welcome back to the Rambelle postgame show.
Thank you. Well.
And Avery, big weekend at home this weekend. You guys split with Midwestern on Friday night, which was truly Senior Day, but rounded out your home stand here, taking on the number 1 seeded West Texas A&M Buffs. You guys go and split. Have a really good 7-0 game 1. Lost this one narrowly 6-2. Just talk to me about how you thought this team played this weekend.
As a team, we played very well. We were hitting all throughout the lineup. Our defense was doing really well, and the pitching was doing really well. So as a team, we did really good.
And then Avery, obviously, lots of emotions going on this weekend. It's senior weekend. Last time you'll play some home games at Meyer Field. Carter kind of mentioned it when she was on with me a few minutes ago. You and her and Millie, all products of Weatherford Junior College. So just talk to me about what it has meant for you to be able to get 2 really good years in at Weatherford and then come here and just finish out your career strong in the blue and gold.
I actually only played 1 year at Weatherford.
Ah.
But yes, it was very nice. Me and Carter, we used to play back in the day whenever we were 8 years old. We used to play on our little travel ball team together. So it's just cool that we got to reconnect and then go to Weatherford and then come here for 2 more years. So it was just really nice.
And Avery, obviously lots of season left here, but as I've mentioned before, last 2 at home. So just talk to me about what it has meant to continue to wear the Rambelle jersey, but also just the legacy you want to leave behind to your teammates. Obviously, there's 8 underclassmen left over, 8 or 9, and somebody's got to fill the spot next year. So just any piece of advice to the next Avery Gunther or the legacy you hope to leave behind in Rambelle softball.
I just want everybody to go out there, give their best, and just have fun. Like, that's the main part about softball, just having fun makes it better.
And then Avery, not the last time you'll be in the jerseys, as you guys are sitting really comfortably in the conference tournament and the regional rankings. We'll head next week to either Canyon or Tyler to play in that conference tournament. So just talk to me about what it means to be able to go on another long postseason run with this group of girls.
We just need to do better than what we did last season, which they'll talk about that probably later, Coach Scott will. But I think we'll be fine. I think it'll be fun. Like these long road trips that we'll be on, they'll be good.
All right, Avery, that's all I had. Anything else?
No, thank you.
And that'll do it for Avery Gunther on the Rambelle postgame show. We'll take another quick one and bring it back with another senior. You're watching Rambelle Softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here on the Rambelle postgame show for our 4th senior interview of senior weekend here in technically this full 4-game weekend of senior postgame interviews. I'm here with Rambelle starting left fielder Ashton McMillan. Mick, welcome back to the Rambelle postgame show.
Thanks.
So obviously, Mick, big weekend, senior day on Friday. You guys go and split with Midwestern, and then you come in today. Bats a-blazing in Game 1. You shut out the number 1 team in the country, 7-0, and then just narrowly fall 6-2 here in Game 2. Just talk to me about how you think this team played this weekend.
Dude, we played great. We were just having fun. I told everybody before we started the game, we just need to have some fun because, it's the last time that we're going to play on our field, most likely. So I was telling everybody, let's just have some freaking fun. Let's go out there and do what we know how to do. Just relax. It's the best way to play it, so.
And then, Mick, you mentioned it last time. A lot of y'all, 10 of you to be exact, will be on your home field here at Meyer Field. You are very fortunate that you are the only San Angelo native on this roster who has spent all 4 years of her eligibility at Angelo State. So just talk to me about what it has meant to you to be able to come into this program as a freshman and see your growth from then to now in the blue and gold.
My growth has been huge, that's for sure. There's been ups and downs for sure, but all I'll say is I'm glad that this year turned out the way that it has. That's all I'll say about that. So.
And then, Mick, obviously, we've kind of mentioned it, senior day on Friday, got your parents able to come out and you were able to pitch a first pitch off to one of them. But then you wrap up your home games at Meyer Field. For now, at least, you wrap up your home games at Meyer Field. So just talk to me. Somebody has to fill the Ashton McMillan role coming up. So just talk to me about the legacy you hope to leave behind as a Rambelle and maybe a piece of advice for the next Ashton McMillan.
I'm just leaving behind fun, easygoing, work hard. That's what I want to leave behind, pretty much. And for me growing up, same thing. Have fun. Enjoy life. You only get this life once. That's all, pretty much.
Perfect. And then obviously not the last time you'll be in the jerseys. Got a pretty lengthy postseason ahead, for sure in the conference tournament, for sure in a regional tournament somewhere, sitting comfortably in both of those rankings. the last time we checked. So just talk to me about what it means to get a few more weeks with this team and with this group of girls.
I'm so pumped, especially after how we did this weekend. I am so pumped, ready to get out there. I want to be better. Every game I want to be better. I want to play these teams better than we did last time, and I want to make it further than we have all 3 past years that I've been here. So I'm super excited, and we've got a whole new group of girls, so I think it'll be really fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Perfect. That's all I had for you. Make anything else you want to add?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
And that'll do it for Ashton McMillan here on the Rambelle postgame show. We'll take another quick one and bring it back with our final senior interview. As a part of Senior Weekend, you're watching Rambelle Softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back here for our final post-game interview of the Rambelle post-game show. I'm here with Rambelle's starting second baseman and leadoff hitter, Miss Erin Plunkett. Erin, welcome back to the Rambelle post-game show.
Hello, it's good to be back.
And Erin, really big weekend for this team here. Obviously, senior day on Friday. You guys go out and split with Midwestern, and then come out today, bats a-blazing in Game 1, able to shut out the #1 team in the country. And take a 7-0 victory, and then just narrowly fall 6-2 here in Game 2. So just talk to me about how you think this team performed this weekend.
Man, I mean, today, wow. I mean, I loved it. Every second of it, that first game, that was awesome. I mean, like you said, the bats were going crazy and just making some good defensive plays, and also, like, not worrying at all about, some crazy calls and, things that could have not gone our way. I mean, we were steady just doing us. And Coach Scott told us after, we just feel playoff ready. And I really do feel playoff ready after these 2 games. So.
And then, Erin, obviously, lots of emotions running through the weekend. Maddie kind of talked with me a little bit about it when she was on earlier. Senior day on Friday, got to have your parents come and walk you out, and then got to throw a first pitch to your parents. So I'm sure that was really, really cool. But just the weekend as a whole, you're wrapping up your career at Meyer Field here. Lucky enough to come into Angelo with Maddie from McLennan, just a year behind Cheyenne. So talk to me about what it means to come from a program like McLennan into this Angelo State team and this culture, and just get to finish out your collegiate career here.
So, I mean, I really do feel like McLennan really prepared me very well to come here. I mean, sometimes we like to over-prepare, and I think that's kind of what happened. And it was, an easy transition, if you will. I mean, Coach Scott is awesome, and he reminds me a lot of Coach Barry, and just really competitive and really just cares about his players. So that's been a really cool transition. And, yeah, thinking about wrapping up my career is really surreal. And I feel like it really hasn't completely hit me just yet. But thankfully, there's more games to come, and that's what's really, I think maybe easing the emotions for me. But I was sitting at third base, on base, where we got the 2 outs, we're down 6-2, and I'm just looking in the dugout, and I'm looking at my girls, and I'm like, I love these guys. Like, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I wouldn't want to be playing for anybody else. It's been a heck of a 2 years here. It was a heck of a 2 years at McLennan, and I wouldn't want to end it anywhere else. So.
And then, Erin, you kind of mentioned it, not the last time you'll be in the blue and gold jerseys or the black and blue jerseys based on the uni combo today, but the last time you will step on Meyer Field as a Rambelle, an active Rambelle. The next time you'll be back is as an alumni.
Right.
So somebody has to be the next Erin Plunkett. So when you think about leaving this all behind in a few short weeks once postseason is over, or however long postseason takes for this group of girls. Just talk to me about the legacy you want to leave behind as a Rambelle, and maybe a piece of advice you could give the next Erin Plunkett about what she should cherish in her time here.
Man, I just want them to, be leaders. I want them to love the Lord. That's my main thing, and give the glory to Him. And I mean, at the end of the day, softball isn't who we are; it's what we do. And I want them to know that. That'd be my biggest piece of advice. And I think there's going to be plenty of people who can fill my shoes. I know that. I know the people coming up. I know they want the best for the people next to them, and that's what matters. And like I said, give the glory to God. He deserves it. So.
And then Erin, very lengthy postseason coming ahead for this team. You guys are sitting very comfortably in the conference tournament next week, and pretty comfortably in the regional rankings the last time we had all looked. This is a team that has surpassed 40 wins on the season now. Very hard thing to do, especially in this conference, but even at the D2 level. So just talk to me about what it means to be riding with this group of girls for the next however many games into the postseason.
Yeah, like I said, just really trying to soak it in, and yeah, just enjoy the bus rides. Sometimes I do not enjoy the bus rides, but it's not because of them. It's because I got other issues. But I love just getting to hang out with them and getting to laugh with them and have these lighthearted moments, but also have these really serious, intense moments with them. It's cool because we just get these really these really big highs, these really big lows. And it's just, it's like that all season. You're just riding these highs and lows, and I'm excited to get to do it a couple more times, and for the rest of this postseason, it's going to be, just a lot of soaking it in and getting to hang out with my girls. Like I said, they're awesome, and I love them. So.
And Erin, that's all I have for you. Anything else you want to add? Anybody you want to thank?
I do. I want to thank, like I said, first Christ, and the 4 years that I've gotten to do this. It's been a blessing. And then I want to thank my parents that have come to all the games. They've taken me to all the practices. They've loved me through all of my decision making, and they've been such a good support system for me. And and my rest of my family too. I just love them, and my fiance TJ, shout out. But I have a great support system, and I'm very thankful for them. So
And that's going to do it for Erin Plunkett, and we'll take another quick one and bring it back for our final stat wrap-up as a part of Rambelles Softball. You're watching Rambelles Softball live on Flow Sports. We'll be right back. And we're back for the final stat wrap-up of the Rambelle postgame show here as a part of Rambelles Softball live on Flow Sports. Starting first with the visiting West Texas A&M Lady Buffs, who take the 6-2 victory here in Game 2. Volthorms comes out with the win out of the circle, moving her season record to 18-1. She went 6 1/3, allowing 7 hits and 2 runs, both of which were earned, walking 2 and striking out 2. Through 28 batters faced and 88 pitches tossed. And for the West Texas A&M offensive leaders, it's Liz Sky, who went 2 for 3 with a home run and 3 RBIs, Stone King, who went 2 for 3, Kuntz, who went 2 for 3, Cannon, who went 1 for 3 with a home run and 2 RBIs, and Howell, who went 1 for 4. On the Angelo State side of things, Amelia Hathorn picks up the loss out of the circle, moving her season record to 12-4, going six innings of work, allowing 8 hits, 3 runs, all 3 of which were earned, striking out 2 and allowing a home run through 21 batters faced and 86 pitches tossed. And on the offensive side of things, it's Leilana Applin, who goes 2 for 4 at the plate with an RBI, and Abby Brand, who goes 2 for 3 at the plate. And that'll do it here for Rambelles Softball from Meyer Field as a part of Senior Weekend in the final home series. My name is Madeline Mendoza, and I just want to say to anybody still watching, whether you are, I'm going to try not to get emotional, whether you're Rambelle alum or people in the conference who have heard me yap for 3 seasons on air as the voice of the Rambelles. Oh man, this is hard. Thank you all so much for tuning in and listening to my voice the past 3 seasons. I would not have traded any of it for the world. And I am so honored and privileged to be able to do this as a job. That's so crazy. But I will wrap it up there so I don't get too emotional. Thank you all so much for tuning into Rambelle Softball live on Flow Sports from Meyer Field. My name is Madeline Mendoza, signing off one last time. Thank you all and have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon. This has been Rambelle Softball live on Flow Sports.